Happy Valentine's Day. I'm vibing out right now. Okay, I'm listening to Juice of the Sun by Babe Rainbow. And he just says, be a rainbow in somebody's cloud. Da-na-na-na. Yeah. I want to be a rainbow in your cloud today. How amazing is that? Dude, my dreams have been so fun. Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot, hoes all on me. Okay. That's such a switch of my vibe, but I like it all. It's almost like you're just like feeling like a bad bee. Back then, yeah, like, I feel like you're the underdog rising to the top. That's truly what it feels like. Mike Jones, that's who this is. They used to treat me like a scrub. It's like, hey, Google, pause. Yeah, it's like, okay, that's totally leading me into where do I start with this message? I get so excited when I sit here and invoke my Holy Spirit and God and all of our ancestors and angels. And then it's like, I say this at the beginning of every video. I'm like, this feels so big. I don't know where to start. And it's really just me feeling so activated, having so much on my heart that I want to share. Yeah. So, okay. When I first, actually, let me go get my Wild Wisdom book. You Wild Wisdom companion. Okay, here we go. So I pulled 2 cards from this book, which is really amazing, by the way. It goes through all the seasons and how to embrace the energy of the season so that it is supporting you. I don't know about you, but every March I live in the north, and I have like an existential crisis every March. I'm like, why do I live here? What am I doing? I need to be on a beach. So maybe you experience that too. And then sun comes and I'm like, okay, I can do this. I love it here. It's amazing here in the summer. Amazing. I love it so much. Okay, so yes, late summer, being in the void. The underdog. Yes. Okay, let me read this to you. We are wild creatures still at heart. And if we listen to our hearts, we will remember how to listen to the song of the fierce-beaked, wild-winged little wren who, hopping from tree to stump, shows us the way home. That's from If Women Rose Rooted. And I just felt that, like the little wren, fierce, with its song guiding us home, like feeling like the underdog throughout your whole life. I definitely know I have. And maybe just being treated in a way that you weren't seen, in a way where people were mean to you, cruel to you. Yeah, even I'm seeing like absent parents, and it could be physically, it could be emotionally, but it feels like asking for basic needs was met with resistance, like clothes, maybe clothes in general, or maybe clothes that you want to wear, where your parent was picking out everything for you, or even like foods, wanting food freedom and feeling really controlled with what you eat. Not having control over your own housing and your own environment, like very chaotic. Like I feel anxious thinking about it. And like there was this part of you that was learning how to survive in this world. And you didn't really have wisdom guiding you. It was your inner wisdom guiding you. And then when your inner wisdom would spread its wings, people were like, no. So then you stopped believing that inner wisdom. You shut that inner wisdom off? No. Let me sit on that. It took a back seat. Okay, because the niggle was always there. It was like, hi. I don't know. Is that person? I don't know. Do they talk about me when I leave the room? Is this person serious? Like lots of doubting, but it's because all of those things were true that you were feeling. Does that make sense? Yeah, it's like those, yes, you're not paranoid, you're not crazy. You're intuitive and you're wise, and you tapped into that immediately because you had to. You had to. Yes. So this is like your come up era. You are reclaiming a huge part of your adulthood, like being your own mother, your own father. And I mean that in like guarding your inner child. And then to the point where like, okay, my inner child got some rest. He's been seen and heard. And now I'm ready to like celebrate this inner child and sparkle and shine. Like let this inner child wear, do, eat, be, dance however they want. Like, ooh, I feel like you're reclaiming your sensuality, like we talked about in the last video. You're reclaiming your sensuality through being creative right now. That is so amazing. Wow. Yes, like I'm even seeing like changing your vibe, like maybe cutting your hair, doing your makeup different, not wearing makeup, changing your clothes, changing your style. I know when I became a mother, it was like, zoop, new identity. New identity. However, that new identity was me. It was me. It was who I've been all along. And I just didn't have the, I don't know, awareness, capacity, safety. That word feels right. I didn't have the safety to be myself. No, I just like had a lot of people in my life that were mean to me. And I chose those people because I don't know, that's just like where my journey led me, and it's totally fine. Also this, I need to move my little star astronaut man because these stars be in my eyes and it's kind of distracting. Let me see here. Can I change? That feels better. Kind of. I changed the brightness. You can still see the little color. That's fun. Okay. Okay. Hi, I'm back. Okay. Yes. You went into the void recently. You went into the void, this like new identity, this new shaping. You like were brought into the void, the womb. The womb, it's warm and cozy and loving. And also overwhelming because the potential to create there is just wild. Like you could literally create any reality you want. And you really listened to your heart's desires. You listened to your soul, to yourself, to your Holy Spirit, to God, the God self within you. Ooh, and I feel like this looks like an eye to me. And it looks like you were seeing yourself. You were seeing that inner child. And you were feeling your desires, and then you were going, okay, time to get witchy with it. Time to get witchy with it. Look at this snake. We've got a raven. Candles, amethyst could be significant. Is significant. Oh, that was one of my birthing crystals. How many times am I going to say stuff like that on here? I'm like, this was one of the cards I had on my birthing altar. It's just so amazing how this continues to come up. Oh, and the candle, okay, is also reminding me of my birth. We did a burning of the placenta cord, her umbilical cord. We did a beautiful burning ceremony, and our doula sung holy words over the placenta. Oh, and it was just so magical. And this is making me feel that like sacred honoring of your feminine, of receiving. And okay, I drew us a little picture because this is the kind of energy that you're in right now. Do you see you in the middle here? and you're just receiving these beautiful waves of energy. Okay? Your hands are at your heart. You're so balanced. You're connected to all the holy within you, above you, below you. And you're waiting. Okay, so when I saw this image, it was like you were a starburst, like just shining. There was so much light emanating from you, and you were also a magnet. You were just like, wah, like a tractor beam, but like the lights were drawing all this energy inward. And it felt like you were waiting with this like peace and trust and faith and thriving. Like you were thriving because you like ended this cycle, this karmic cycle of learning essentially, and you went into this new space. But like when we end a cycle, we're ready for that space to start right then. It's almost like when you end a relationship and you're like, that perfect person is just waiting in line for me. And then you're like, oh my gosh, I have a lot of work to do. I didn't notice how much work I had before that came into my path. But that like want, the want is different than desire. Remember that want, 1128 as I look up, abundance is out of lack. Okay? The want is like, oof, I want love. And so I'm choosing to be with someone else, where yes, you are, but really the choosing was choosing you. That was the love. That was the act of love. It was going, this doesn't feel good anymore. These people are being mean to me, or it's just not serving me. Like I'm not feeling safe here. I'm not feeling invigorated. And I need to figure that out. But you tried to figure that out. Like, that's another thing. You don't run from things. You are introspective. If you're watching these videos, if you're here with me, you are a beautiful, radiant being. 1222 as I look up at the time. Like you are finally starting to see it. I have a visual now of, there was that Buddha statue that got covered in clay. All of the monks were trying to save it during a war so that no one knew it was gold. And then over time, people forgot, like they didn't even know what was under there. Generations passed. And then the clay started to crack and start to fall off. And people noticed that they could see gold, like right through the cracks. And so then they started to chip away at it. Yes. And then it was this beautiful golden Buddha. And I feel like you like did a little cracking and you were like, is that gold in there? That is gold. I am gold. I'm claiming gold. I'm claiming my golden era. Amen. Amen. I also, this lighting is kind of bothering me. You know what? I'm just going to do all the changes I need. That feels better. That feels better. I feel like I can see myself. Hi. Hi. Oh my God, a literal glow up. Yeah, you've had a glow up. It's an energetic glow up. And in this glow up, in this position of peace, honoring your desires, feeling your love, knowing who you are bringing to you everything that you need, which is everything that you desire. Not everything you want, because you feel like you're lacking now, and so you want this to remove lack, that feeling. Do you see what we're doing here? No, you are a golden being of light, and it's like this dense, substantial light, baby. You dense. You got substance. You got depth. You're not just like 14 karat coated gold. You know, like all the necklaces now, it's like coated in, but then the coating falls off and it still turns your neck green. No, you are like pure 24 karat platinum gold. Yeah, you are, and you're a magnet. So you're creating from this whole space of like, I'm a queen, you're a queen, we're queens. Yes. Just strutting your stuff, knowing who you are, practicing that, because it totally takes practice. We don't just wake up one day and go, Well, yeah, we do actually. We do wake up one day and go, okay, I'm ready. But like that vision of ourselves that we're manifesting, like, for example, we would wake up, we can call to get our hair cut, we can make the appointment, or you can do it yourself. Typically, unless we want to be Britney Spears from the 90s, we are going to do a little bit of research because we're putting care and attention into our bodies. And maybe you do need to shave your head, like Britney Spears from the 90s. Do it. Or was it the early 2000s? Feels like the early 2000s, actually. Anywho, so yeah, it's like whatever you need to do, you're doing it. So maybe it isn't immediate, like new style, fresh, right here, right now. That feels a little chaotic, but like also permission to be chaotic. Yeah, okay. And then it's whatever energy you choose, right? We've been talking about doing the choosing. So if you choose to embrace chaos and experience that, embrace chaos and experience that. If you choose to embrace a more gentle approach, it's like, okay, let me look up, what kind of hairstyle do I want? What am I envisioning for myself? Let me dream about it for a little bit and just sip on that nectar and see what arises. It's a spectrum. Basically what I'm trying to say is be wherever you want to be on the spectrum, boo. You do you. You claim it, own it, be it. And again, by doing that, you're like that witch. You're just inspiring everyone else to embrace their God self in whatever way that means. Because you're literally breathing it through you. You're breathing your life force through you. Okay, before I pull a card, actually no, I want to pull the card. This is the Sacred Earth Oracle. Let's see what we have. Oh my God. Look at her. Look at the rediscovery. Oh my gosh, do you see in your heart? Okay, this imagery is wild. She has a raven feather. The sun is, okay, all right, we gotta talk about this card. You have angels and guides, people on the other side, God, like this orb just always around you and with you. You are never alone. Again, affirm it below. God will never put me in a new situation without hope. God will never leave me alone. Myself would never do that to me. And now you've gone back to your inner child. You've witnessed your inner child, the pain that your inner child endured. You alchemized that pain, which means you turned it into gold. You squeezed out the juice, you got the nectar, you got the nutrients, and then you composted the rest of that shit. You were like, okay, inner child, let's walk hand in hand. And then your inner child was like, baby, thank you. I love you for seeing me. So let me carry you in my heart. This is like an older, wiser version. She has the moon around her head. Like she's been in the feels. And then look at the moon in this child's heart. It's just lit up. It's sparkly. It's beautiful. There's like, this looks like dream catcher vibes, like no evil will touch you. Your inner child is your safe space. Your inner child is the one that enchants the world. Our inner children, the children of the world in general, whether it's inner or outer, they soften our entire existence because they are pure joy. They are pure joy. They bring alchemy to this earth. I just am hearing every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. But it feels like a child being born is a bell ringing, and it is an angel getting their wings down here on earth. Wow. That is absolutely magical. Wow. And that child's coming in with like a fresh perspective of rediscovery. Like, okay, I'm on earth again. Let's do it this time. Let's do the damn thing. Let's do it better, bigger. Or it's always, that's evolution. You always get better and bigger. Yes, you're ready, but waiting. What did we just say? Waiting. It's right here. I can't. This is so cool. And the dove is in your hands, and you're just waiting for her wings to open. And you're purified from all this darkness. Like, she is a light being. She almost doesn't even have color because she's so light. And she's just cloaked in purple, that violet flame. Oh. Also, just a reminder to breathe. Do you want to breathe for a minute? I've noticed that in talking, like, I keep getting to a point where, like, I haven't took a breath in a while. Oh, and so just a beautiful reminder that, like, even when you're driving, when you're sitting, sometimes putting a reminder on your phone every day at a certain time to just go, whew, am I breathing? Have I been holding my breath for 24 hours? Let me feel my body. Let me look at my hands. Feel my breath. Notice my heartbeat. Relax my jaw. That was another thing I used to do all the time. I would just be like clenching and not breathing. But it was just like a normal day. I'm just driving. And every time I would check in with myself, I'm like, wow, I am holding so much tension in my body. So much tension. And so stretching, moving, going outside, crying, taking a shower, laughing, like watching something funny, calling someone, listening to your favorite song, whatever you need to do. Yeah, you are creating from a space of abundant magnetism. Okay? Abundant magnetism. And I'm seeing the story of a sloth. A friend just told me. She's like, did you know that sloths like swim and travel like across the world essentially for years to find their soulmate? And they have a specific call. So again, here we go with the voice and your own unique vibration. And they look for their soulmate and then they stay together. And if that's not a beautiful Valentine's Day message. I love love. I love love. Like the sloth, they're trusting that their soulmate is coming to them. So they're just putting out the call because the trust is love. That's them loving themselves. And so love is emitting. Love is here, it's within, and it's emitting. It's like this orbit, this cycle, and it's so magnetic. When we boil like every emotion down, it comes down to two main emotions. Are you in love or are you in fear? Simple. Am I trusting? Am I scared? Do I love myself? Am I pleasing? Am I angry? Why am I angry? Is it because I love myself and I'm not feeling seen and heard and loved? Or am I angry because something is coming up for me to see and hear and witness and claim, to take my power back on in forgiveness, maybe of myself, or speaking up about something that may feel, it feels like a wrongdoing to you. I'm not saying it's wrong because nothing is ever truly wrong. It's all perspective, subjective perspective. To you, it felt wrong. And there's this like, I'm just seeing like this halo around you of awareness and wisdom, and that pain, that feeling like it's wrong is because you've ascended into that loving space. And so sometimes having those tough conversations is exactly what we need to alchemize. And I will tell you, whenever I hold in an emotion, oh, it eats at me. I go to bed sleeping about, like, stuff from forever ago will pop into my head sometimes, and I'm like, why am I even thinking about that? But as soon as I have the conversation or I reach out to the person, no matter how insignificant it feels, it like, I'm seeing like shackles. It like takes off a link and I can go that much farther. Yeah, it like gives me more capacity for joy and love, and it doesn't take up so much space. Yeah, like all the fragments coming back to you. Look at like this witchy magic. She's like, and I really think witch just means you're using the magic of the divine. And there's all, like, she's like just conjuring them, the darkness, and turning it into gold right in her heart center, pouring into her heart. She's like, I'm going to speak up for me. I'm going to speak up for those who aren't able to speak up for themselves. And it's not, Spirit's like, not literally, sometimes literally, but it doesn't literally have to be, I'm going to speak up and defend this person because they're not using their voice, because it's their choice not to use their voice. This is when fear is present. Spirit's making me clarify, not danger. Danger is different. Danger is legit. That's not okay. Something's happening. Somebody's life is at stake. There's harm that could be had. That's danger. Fear is everything's safe, everything's Gucci, nothing is wrong, and that person is just choosing not to speak up. They don't want to use their voice. And we have to allow them that sovereignty. They deserve that sovereignty. Now, what Spirit does mean by speaking up for those who can't speak for themselves, who aren't speaking up for themselves, different, can't and aren't are different. Again, danger, fear, is you are essentially being a way shower for what it looks like to use your voice and to speak up. And again, I don't mean that in a hierarchical sense, like, oh, I use my voice, so therefore I am way showing you. I don't know, I just have this like chip on my shoulder when I say it. And I mean, where do we learn? Where do we learn from? People that we like look up to, literally. That's why they say that. We're looking up to that person. We're looking to them for guidance, for wisdom, for inspiration, for understanding of the world. That's why we have muses and musicians we love and artists we love and just people that we connect with that we're drawn to and want to know more about. And it's because there's something there for us, ourself. Our spirit is guiding us to receive what this person is showing. So it's always you. It's always you. So you're the seeker and the way shower. They're just different eras. And you are in your way shower era. Okay? You're not in your seeking era. This is like all that energy that's coming into her, him, here. Again, I'm saying her because it feels so feminine, like the receiving, your divine feminine for all my masculines here. And then this is that more masculine energy, that survival mode, that protection of like, okay, I got to put all my energy out. And I saw like a big old fish net just being cast out. And like you pull in the net and you're like, I don't even care what I catch. I just need a fish. So the quality of what you're receiving is just enough to sustain you, but it's not what you truly desire because it's not in that space of love. It's in that space of, I need this to survive. And I honor both. I will tell you, you are not lacking. That is what I will tell you. You are not lacking. You're never lacking. It's always perspective. And I truly do believe that we've come here and we have chosen to feel it all. There's an emotion wheel for a reason. We experience all emotions. I'm holding my Moldavite. Just felt to say that. So yeah, we experience all emotions. That's why we can't demonize any of them. Every single emotion was a gift from our God self so that we can learn more about the trueness of our spirit. And whatever that learning journey looks like is up to you because God's schoolhouse doesn't have rules. You're not tested. You're not blocked. You don't have to do XYZ to receive this. You're not in competition with your brothers and sisters. You don't need to perform for some hierarchy. There's no freshmen, sophomore, junior, seniors. There's just way showers in their way showing era, seekers in their era, and everybody flip-flops. So like That guy on the street that you're judging, he was your master at one point. He was your way shower at one point. He had mastered something in a lifetime that you were desiring to learn more about. Like, we are all living a life just to gift to ourselves and one another. That's reciprocity. That's claiming it and knowing, me claiming me doesn't harm you. Me claiming me doesn't harm you. Me doing good doesn't mean that you can't do good. That's the brain washing that you've been going through. Like, your brain is being washed of that bull. Your brain is being washed of it. Oh my God, I love you. I love you so much. I love you so much. Your fragments are coming back. Expect to fly. Okay, White Buffalo Woman's here. Like, you have rainbow wings, okay, babe? And look at that sun around you. And your ancestors, they keep you looking to the sun. Like, I'm seeing your chin being down, sad, and they're like, baby, chin up. We are right here with you. We are right here with you. We will never leave you alone. We promise. All we ask is that you invoke our spirits, call upon us. If there's someone on the other side right now, I'm seeing red lipstick, which is interesting. Feels like grandmother's spirit energy. And her her lipstick is like, she put it on very particular. Almost like she had like a defined Cupid's bow, or like made a Cupid's bow with her lipstick. It's very, why do I feel like otherworldly beautiful? Like a painting, just a way for her to decorate. Wow, she feels so peaceful. Wow. There's peace here. Yes. Your loved ones on the other side, they bring you peace. That's what they're here to do for you. Peace, and guide you to clarity. But hold your hand and love you and bring warmth. Someone's grandma loves them so much. Auntie, grandpas, aunts and uncles, like lots of familial energy coming through. Whoever you were close with, I would say, or not close with, but this feels like people that like, even if you weren't close physically in this lifetime, like your heart was always thinking about them, type of closeness. Like they were always on your mind. Your heart always cycled back to thinking about them and feeling them and loving them. Whether that love felt good or that love felt painful, they're here and they love you so much. Okay. Yeah. So just expect love, expect greatness. You are in your golden ray era. What's this one? What's this deck I have? Water Temple Oracle. The Water Temple Oracle. You're in your sovereignty. 3336. Ha ha. You are shining your light of wisdom. You are sovereign. You are delivering. I see like a sword of truth. Truth. And that's where like people treat you how you treat you. Like your truth cannot be denied. You don't even need to defend yourself because you know it's yours. We only go into defensive mode when we don't really know what we're claiming, but we know what's happening we don't like. And that's where that defensiveness is a gift. Thank you, God. Thank you for that beautiful gift of, wow, something's here. Something's here to be witnessed. Something wants to be seen. What does this mean for me? Wow. Wow. Again with all these pregnant women. I just did a reading the other day and a pregnant woman showed up, and this underwater temple. Everything's been birthing from you being in your feels, you knowing who you are, you trusting your feelings and then expressing them. And let me tell you, when you start expressing yourself for the first time in a long time or ever, I used to, okay, when I was I finally started finding safety within myself. I knew what love was to me, what safety felt like, because again, we can say, I want to feel safe. And what does that mean to you? Because safety could really, truly look different. It does, I should say, for everyone. I just want to sit back for a second. Yeah, so I'm feeling my safety, going through this dark night of the soul, as they call it. But again, this illuminated darkness, just to know my illumination, follow that flicker. I then found myself. I thought I was looking for someone else, but I was looking for me. I found me. And then I found safe relationships. It was wild. I then met my husband. And it was like, he calls me like a goddess, mermaid, fairy queen. Like, find you someone who's gonna call you what you are. Just always tells me he loves me. Always telling me that I'm beautiful, and I know it's my energy because it doesn't matter what I'm wearing, if I have makeup on, if I've expressed myself, or if I have breast milk all over my shirt and I'm in his old sweatpants. He's like, you are beautiful and I love you. And that is everything. That is everything. Like, do you want to create life with this person? Whether that's a lifestyle or a physical child. That's where I feel like this keeps coming up. Like, you can have it. Then you can have it. The only thing that's blocking you from that is this thing right here. Even when we've been labeled with all of these medical terms, like, my friend is pregnant. She is maybe one of the most physically healthy people that I know. And she's considered like geriatric for birthing because she's, I don't know, how old is she now? 35 maybe? And they're like, so they want her to get all these routine sonograms, and in her knowing her truth and her body, she's going, no, thank you. I don't need all of that to trust myself. I don't need to poke around trying to find something that's wrong when this is my second child and I know my body and I trust myself as a divine woman. So thank you for the offer, because nothing against, you're doing your job. I'm just going to choose love in this situation, and what that looks like is not that. It looks like this. That's what we're doing. There's no authority, not a white coat, not a teacher, not even a parent. I hate to say it, sorry parents, but no. No one has authority over anyone. That's not how this shit works. That's all been implanted in here by society. So we're washing your brain. Ooh, let's wash your brain for a second. Okay, here's some Reiki. Shakure. Seiheki. Rose quartz wants to come in. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. We are washing your brain, babes. I love you. I see you. I hold you. I honor you. I just felt a bubble in my belly. It's like your solar plexus is activating. You are grounded. You are safe here. You've made it. You have permission to claim anything that's coming up for you now. Whatever you want to move away from, to leave, it's your time. You're safe to do so. Because when you leave, you trust. You bring love and you invoke love within your heart. And then that love it completely fills you. If you've ever had the blissful opportunity and privilege to fall in love, it is one of the most, if not the most magical experience of life. I love it. I love love. And so, consciously changing and evolving, yeah. Like it's time to birth anew. Oh, damn. I just saw this. Look at her. Now I'm seeing Mortal Kombat where it's like, step to me. Step to me. I got power in my hands. And this isn't violent. It's just like, I know it. I know it. Now I'm hearing Humadaga from Crash Bandicoot. I don't know why all these signs are coming through. But yeah, you know when you had the Humadaga, you had like your extra life. Oh, your ancestors. Yeah, they're like right next to you. Okay? They're here. They're this orb of light. They're like, we will guide you, babe. We will guide you everywhere you need to go. Open your heart. Open your mind. You are a temple. You are a temple. Wow, swan. Oh my gosh, a swan surrounded by peacocks. Like you thought you were the ugly duckling, but baby, you're the starborn. You're the starborn. You have knowledge. You are bringing beautiful sky to a desert. And like the sun in the desert can burn you, or it can be a gentle warmth. And you're like, I'm going into the gentle warmth. Again, something feels like it's pulling you away from chaos. And now I feel like I can talk about the chaos without like feeling like I'm judging it. Like it's almost like, yeah, I've been in the chaos. I know what chaos feels like. Chaos and I are best friends. Chaos. My name's Kea. And I just feel like chaos was my middle name for a really long time. Ugh. And to anyone who's watching this that knows me, if I was ever a tornado in your life, I take all my power back. Please forgive me, and I love you. Thank you for taking care of me. Thank you for sharing your space with me, your heart space with me. My heart and mind are now open. I've bloomed. I'm not scared. I'm not ashamed. I can say I'm sorry. I can ask for forgiveness. I'm the swan. I'm a peacock. And with all these arms, like, I can hold it all. I can hold it all. And all the lotus flowers, like, yeah, I'm growing out of the mud. Guess what? My past was a whole bunch of mud. And I'm still a beautiful flower. I'm still a rare, gorgeous lotus flower. I'm delivering my truth. I'm following my heart. This is what love feels like for you. That like, let me just bask in the waters of my feelings. Be embraced by my masculine, whether this is inner, because as within, so without, okay? So when we experience this on the inside, we can have this on the outside. We can have it on the outside. And it's just like, he's just like, I love your musk, like that essence of you. Like the waters are coming down. You're sparkly, you're gorgeous, you're just divine light. With this like beautiful reflection, and the sun is behind you and it's always following you, and there's this orb of light just like reflecting off of your shoulder, and you're flexible and you're free and you're just dancing and you're in love, and this guy is like, your masculine just wants to take it all in. He just wants to go, wait a second, let me feel my own love being reflected back to me. Damn, this feels amazing. Oh, don't deny the synchronicities when you meet someone and you feel love, whether that's a friend or a partner or something that feels loving within yourself. I don't want to limit the perspective of love, but it's like your hands aren't outward like this figure, like seeking, like please, it feels like desperate, like please, where are you? Please. Where's that business partner? Where's that other thing? Where's my career opportunity? What's my course? Who's going to give me $1 million? Help me. That survival mode. No, you're like, did you know I'm a sovereign deliverer of truth? Did you know that I walk in my power? Did you know that my heart and my mind is open to all? Did you know that I'm abundance? Did you know that I consciously change and evolve? Did you know that my rainbow wings are about to fly up out of here? Yeah. Because I am Aphrodite. And is that Aries? Aries or Aries? Like lovers. Lovers. I only have time for love now. That's all I have time for. That's all I have space for. That's all I have space for is love. Wow, Water Temple Oracle. Thank you. Yeah. Dreams of abundance. You are harnessing your full potential. And a lot of it is coming to you in your dreams. There's like this big encouragement, like I'm feeling like, ooh, this grandmother spirit. She's like, honey, just try. When you wake up first thing, keep it next to you. Don't look at your phone first. Don't talk to anybody. Don't even get up to pee if you can. Don't hold your pee in because it just, but you know. Or bring the notebook with you and sit on the toilet. And just start writing. And she's saying, we will do the rest. Don't come with an expectation. Don't come with the outcome figured out. Please bring confusion to me. Your ancestors are saying, bring the confusion to us. And just start writing and we will gift you clarity because you are our gift. Oh my gosh, this is powerful. Like all of your loved ones are saying, we get to experience and learn Earth in this lifetime through you. And they all like have their popcorn. They're like, and damn, this is good. Like, this is good. The shift that you're feeling, the evolution that's happening in society from all this friction, like all chaos is change. Chaos equals change. That's what it is. So you're experiencing all of this chaos and they're going like, you're here for a reason. Let us be a part of it. Can we play with you? And like, you don't have to worry. I feel this so serious. Like I was reading for a dear sister of mine and her grandmother came through and she was like grabbing my face and she goes, don't worry. Please, don't worry. Don't allow drama to take up your heart space, babe, please. And there was this magical message of every time you allow drama to take up space, whether it's someone else projecting drama onto you or you creating your own drama, you give away one of your sparkles. One of your sparkles dulls out because it's got to hold on to the drama and the fear. And so even like the news can be so tempting. It's so dramatic. People are hijacking other people's accounts just to like create clickbait, just so the news has something to talk about. Like this dear sister of mine, one of her best friends got her social media hacked. And it was everywhere. Because there's fear. There's fear and people are bored. And so they're just making a muck of other people's beauty and love and of them choosing their selves. Like, baby girl, that's an act of love. Homeboy, that's an act of love, you choosing you. Don't let anyone else hijack that. Yeah, maybe they can hack your social media account, but they can't hack your heart. They can't hack your heart. God's not going to let that happen. Oh, no. Because as you sleep, your angels are there. They're not letting any demons in. And guess what? The only demon that exists, the only demon that truly exists, hear me, is fear. It's fear. That's it. That's all it is. That's all it is. Yep. Obstacles and locks bliffed it. Bliffed it. Maybe you're dyslexic. And guess what? Dyslexia, also a BS. I think I actually have it written in here. That's, I just have to say this because I sent it. One of my best friends is, I don't know if she's diagnosed with dyslexia, short-term memory loss, but anywho, I can't find it. So let's see if I have it in there. Yes, it's actually just a way that your brain is organized differently. Nothing is wrong with you. The world just doesn't accommodate dyslexia. So they've labeled it something. When really, you're an artist. You are creative. You're here to do things differently. You're like, I'm going to do that backwards. I'm thinking, Millie, my daughter was breech. She's like, yeah, I'm actually just going to come out backwards because that's me. I'm an innovator. Oh, 4% of babies are breech? No. I'm busting all of that research down. I'm just a variation of normal. And I'm going to show you how powerful it is, mama, to birth a breech baby. Yeah. You do things backwards, boo. You don't need to go to school to learn what you already know. Those like labels, I guess I do want those. No, it feels like too much. Those labels just make other people feel safe. Having, you know, I'm not saying if you feel like going to school, go to school. I absolutely loved grad school because it was what I chose. It wasn't like undergrad and high school where they're like, you gotta choose a history class and you gotta choose a language and you gotta choose this. And I'm just like, what would my potential be if I just got to focus on what I wanted to focus on? And that's when grad school came about. And I just like bathed in psychology. I was like, give me everything. Let me talk to every professor. Let me read every book. Like I was obsessed with it. I was obsessed. So then I was put in a clinic and I was like, my obsession, why do I feel dull? Why is my obsession disappearing? Why do I feel like I'm not helping these people? Why do I feel like I'm just labeling them and sending them on their way with a med or a coping skill so that they can change how they feel when really we should be honoring and acknowledging what they feel and going, let's get to the root of that. But we only get an hour a week or 45 minutes. I only got 45 minutes with people. That was hard. Some of that was heartbreaking. Yeah, this fell to the floor. I was visualizing abundance in all forms. And when you can visualize abundance in all forms, that's when you are here to create your own way. Whether that's being unique in your career, I'm even seeing someone with like a serious business suit, but like in a conference room, but you're still sharing from your heart. You're still being you. You're the one who brings the lightheartedness into that room. You're the one who brings God, love into that room. Just by first, before we go into this whole ass agenda we got going on today, like, how is everybody? How is everybody? Hey, how's your child? Hey, how's your dog? Hey, how was your trip to Portugal? Hey, how was making popcorn with your husband this weekend? That's really silly. Like I see someone got a popcorn maker. That's when I know that was for someone else because my throat had a hard time getting it out. Like, you got a popcorn maker, boo. I love that for you. Yeah. Like just take a minute to get to know your team. Whatever team that is. Is it the people you work with? Is it your family? Like, have you gotten to know your husband or your wife in a while? Have you gotten to know your best friend in a while? Or do we just assume that we already know that person? What about your brothers? What about your sisters? What if you unfollowed everybody that influenced you? And you said, okay, show me where the love is. Who are my new influencers? Or maybe you pull a Prince who didn't listen to anyone else's music just so that he wasn't influenced by anyone but himself. Maybe you're going to pull a Prince and you're going to be like, I'm getting off social medias. I'm getting off. I'm reading books. Yeah, I'm getting off. I'm getting off. Yeah, that's sexy. Because it feels good to reclaim the space in your brain, in your heart, in your body. Remember, all this stress that we're consuming right now, it's dulling our sparkle. And what the world needs now is love, sweet love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. Okay. This says exercise to increase your energy and manifestation abilities, but I don't like being told to do anything. What I'm feeling is like movement, moving your body. Even if that's like, okay, yeah, I'm seeing like a sedentary lifestyle, like you're stretching, you're moving your arms, you're expanding, like, oh my God, I see like someone before a race. It's like, yeah, spirit's like, baby, you got tension. You know what tension is? It's taking up space. Tension is fear living in your body. Let's get a massage. Be a conscious consumer. Pay attention to what you put in your body. And I don't know why I'm singing like this, because spirit wants it to be fun. Wants it to be fun. If you're dragging yourself to do something, you don't want to do it. Just accept it, babes. And find something you do want to do. Trusting that you will get the desire that you want. But if we keep forcing it before it's ready, just like we can't control a poop. Yeah, I said it. We all poop, so I know you know what I'm talking about. And in this conscious consumer card, they're like, and everything, like we have to digest everything you consume. Your body, oh yeah, it's like we digest all the information that you see. We digest all the people that you encounter. We digest your food. We digest your emotions. We digest your thoughts. We, as in all your cells, all your organs, your body as a whole. Your spirit and your mind and your body are never separate, baby. They are never separate. And so that's where this, like, you are what you consume. And so that's why sometimes we do need to just step back from focusing on certain things, people, places, wants, so that we can hear our soul self, our desires, our heart space, our love. Because love can't emerge if we just keep running. If we just keep running. Yeah. There are unlimited ideas out there. Okay? So take a divinely guided chance. I'm feeling like that was a big message for someone. I don't even know why, because it came through and it's almost like these kids seeing this, like, this video found you just for that. Like you have been thinking about taking a divinely guided chance, something that's been on your heart. Let's read this card. All positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk, and you are ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories. Yeah, risk is part of the process. Fear is part of the process. We talked about this. As you leave behind that which is uncomfortable and familiar, but no longer appropriate for you, you make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. Someone's taken a big leap of faith here. Or so it feels like. But I feel like with all the love in the world, I say this with all the love in the world, it's not that big of a deal. Like, you have unlimited ideas. Try it out. Try it out. You don't have to have that much pressure on it. It's not that big of a deal unless you make it a big deal. And what makes it a big deal is just fear of being successful at it, of it working out, of the judgment, of what are people going to say. And let me tell you, when you choose yourself and people aren't siphoning that love anymore, or if you just choose yourself and there was no siphoning happening, everything was Gucci, you were just like, I feel pulled to go this way, darn it. Let me grieve this because I really loved this. And I have nothing bad to say about you or this. I love everything that we've had together, done together, what I've experienced here. And I just have to go this way because it's calling me. And it's that simple. Your mind is one with God's infinite mind. You have complete access to unlimited ideas, guaranteed to bring blessings. I'm glad I read this card. All you need to do is take divinely guided action. Are you kidding? To allow these ideas to come to fruition? And it's a full moon. I woke up this morning, the moon was gorgeous. Millie woke us up at 6:30. The sun wasn't up yet. The sky was orange, and there was just this big moon, just like this. Wow. With these two owls and this lamp, like, wow, this message found you for a reason. It's here for a reason. And if you've watched this whole hour video, which I've tried to make these shorter, but my spirit loves to talk. Okay? I'm probably the spirit that other people see at the coming up to the water cooler and they're like, oh my God, she's coming this way. Quick, get out of here. It's okay to make fun of yourself. But oh my God, it's almost like spirits being like, absolutely not. Everybody's blessed that you're coming to the water fountain. They're like, yes, Kaya's walking this way. What's going to come out of her mouth today? What is she going to say? What is it going to activate? Yeah. Again, you've just been detoxing everything. Detoxing your friendships, clearing debts, emotional, financial, everything. You're moving into optimism. Take that leap of faith. Do the thing. Take the chance. Whatever it is that you want, nope. It came out and I was like, boop, boop, boop. Whatever you desire. Feel the difference of those words, okay? I want. I desire. Want goes like down into the gut. It feels like more survival mode. The word, literally everything carries energy. That's why they call them spells, word spells. It's just your language that you're using. We don't need to make witching so complicated. What you say you believe or not, it's an opportunity to go, do I believe that? But when you're listening to yourself and you're listening to yourself as I point to my brain, yeah, your third eye is observing what you're speaking and it's going, is that aligned with my Holy Spirit? No, that was someone else's spirit. Okay, let me give that power back to them. I'll send that back to them and I'll reclaim mine. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah. So again, it took a while to get me here and I'm gonna take my time. Fight that bullshit in your ear. Now let me blow your mind. Yeah, Raven Spirit Truth. Are you kidding me? We've been talking about ravens since we opened this message. You, oh my gosh, crown, like you're a king. You're a queen. That uncertainty, that thicket of thorns, that unknown. You are actually excited about the unknown. Oh, yes. Okay, hold on. This truth is emerging. Give this message a second. Sacred Forest Oracle. You know that the unknown is a sacred forest. And you are going, you know what? I'm actually done figuring out all the things that I want. Because the universe got my order. God knows what I want. My order's been put in. I'm seeing I don't need to be the Karen anymore that's that table got seated first. We've been here longer. No, you're waiting. And there's so much joy in the waiting. Oh yeah. That was a dream I had. Waiting, it gives space. I wrote, waiting, not rushing, gives space to support others, to offer a helping hand, to learn something that you want to learn, to connect with people you wouldn't normally connect with, like giving a stranger the time of day because you feel called to experience stillness and go, wow, the fact that I can experience stillness right now means I am fucking thriving. Because that means all my needs are met. That means my desires are ready to communicate with me. that means that I can take a breath. I can feel my own breath. I can connect with my own heart. What a privilege. What a privilege that. Ugh. That is magical. What an honor to embrace stillness. Like, truly, 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 truly. And meditation happens in all forms. That's another thing. You don't have to be like seated with your hands in Gyan Mudra, breathing a certain way. Meditation, you ever put mascara on? Okay, I'm like, like, all I'm paying attention to. It's like also driving, like you're in a flow state. You're paying attention. Maybe not driving. Sometimes driving. Yeah, if like you know where you're going and you know the roads and you're just like, there's something you can do with your hands. Giving your hands something to do while you like listen to something I'm seeing, like doodling, that actually connects both parts of your brain while you're learning. So a professor once told us in grad school, he was like, doodle during my class. I'm not gonna be upset about that. I love that because it's really amazing for your brain. And then you have those teachers that are like, excuse me, are you not paying attention? Because I'm the most important person in the world and you should just be staring at me. Oh, those teachers that when you get in, I feel like, you know, that teacher you get in the mail and you're like, damn it, I got so-and-so. This year is gonna suck. Like, that's the type of childhood, like, you don't have control over that. You don't have control over that. And that does suck. There's no other way to put it. But you have control now. You are not the victim of your circumstance. You're not the victim of your experience or where you work or what they're doing. It's like, stop worrying about it. Just stop worrying about it and just do you. Do you. Focus on your love. Easier said than done. That's why I said when I just was like, because it's really hard to just do something. Hi, Carl. Carl the cat has been here just like loving up on me. And he always comes in during these messages, which I think is cool. So yeah, don't compromise. You don't have to compromise. You've compromised enough, okay? The only compromise is with yourself. So just know what's worth compromising for. Or is this really me needing to be a true me? I'm not going to compromise feeling obligated to do anything. Unless this feels like, okay, I kind of feel obligated, but I also feel pulled. So maybe there's a message there. Let me explore this feeling of obligation a little deeper. And then every time we just honor the desire, whatever action that is, we learn something. And that's how we refine those feelings that come through the heart space or come through the gut, like the want versus desire. Desire, desire, desire. Something is happening within the next few weeks. So if it feels like now is not the right time, which I'm feeling like, okay, Kaya, it's Valentine's Day. I love you. Thank you for this message. And I want to feel this. I want to see this in my physical reality. And I usually don't do time messages, so I guess, but you know what? Yeah, because, okay, look at sun, moon. Yes, 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 a whole body yes is coming. If it's not here already, it will be here within the next few weeks, like something. And it doesn't, Spirit's like, it doesn't even have to be the big epiphany, but it's the whole body yes to the next step. It's the whole body yes to that next, ooh, I really want to get this book. Yes, today is the day, I'm doing it. I really wanted to do that. I really wanted to get that. I really feel to today. So yes, I'm going to say yes. And for some of you, you don't have to wait a few weeks And others of you, if it doesn't feel like it's the right time, going back to this whole message of waiting, trust, please have faith. Your angels are going, we love you. Please have faith in us. We are not going to let you down. We're giving you a whole body yes. You can balance the dark and the light. You can do this. We're with you. We're not going to make you wait much longer. Start choosing love right now. Valentine's Day, you don't feel love? Do something for yourself. I'm like, take yourself on a date. Buy yourself the damn chocolates. Buy yourself or a bouquet of roses, and then even things that don't cost money. Go to your favorite place, like in nature. Give yourself stillness. Like, that mess is going to be there later. You don't have to clean it today. You don't have to. I have to. I have to. I said I was going to do that. That was on my to-do list today. You don't want to do it today? I give you permission. Your Holy Spirit's like, yeah, we don't have to do that. Babe, we don't have to do that. Okay, one final card from our Cosmic Dancer Oracle. Yes. Also notice how that feels in your body. Yes, yes, and then no. No. That actually closes off our mouth and it forces air, learning this in Kundalini Yoga, down to our gut. Like Namo is to activate and open your gut space, and no, we feel that. But yes, yes, again, just like desire. Like my heart space is vibrating, my throat is vibrating when I say yes, my mouth is opening, I can receive. No, it's closed off, okay? Again, our words are spells. So when you say no, and you can say it with love, no, it almost like, no, it still vibrates that whole, but it feels like a whole like boundary. It's a whole boundary. Just want to see if a card flies out. Have a card fly out. Maybe the grandmother spirit can help me. Nana. Nana. Maybe you called your grandma Nana. I did. And my Nana's on the other side. And let me tell you, we are so much closer on the other side than we were in real life. And so much healing has happened. Okay, wow. I just pulled this card from my dear sister. And it was her grandmother spirit reading. Oh, Boo, if you're watching this, that was powerful. Okay, so look at this shell. What I said to her, I'm like, look at this chick. She all regal deagle. She's got her hands in Gyan Mudra. She's in rock pose, which essentially this is an easy pose, but how her hands are, she's touching all of her knowing. She's like, I am unity consciousness, and I am in easy pose. And I'm almost seeing the back of this card, like, I'm receiving. This is what her heart is doing. Look at how at ease her face is. And she's on a snail. But this snail isn't like some lame-ass snail. Your journey is slow. Again, like the coral's wisdom, you are a fine work of art. You are a fine work of art. And knowing, like, your regalness, and then, like, she's at peace and she's in power. Like, this bitch is going to say no if she needs to, okay? And she's going to say yes when she needs to, based on her desires. That's it. And so, in order for our desires to be heard and witnessed and seen and heard, the slowdown has to happen. The stillness has to happen. We need to stop consuming other people's desires so that we can consume our own. And this doesn't mean indefinitely. It's just, where's my focus going? Being aware, just notice, and then notice how it makes you feel. Notice what happens in your body when you allow your focus to go here, or when you put your focus there. Notice what happens when you bring your focus to yourself. Notice what happens when you put your hand on your chest and you say, not me, but you say, desire. Spirit, God, me, Kea, whatever your name is, I love you. What is our desire? And just see what comes through. Spirit, show me a moment of joy. And then leave your eyes closed if you feel safe to, and allow an image to come to mind. Like, what does your facial expression look like? Have you touched joy? Is your hair blowing in the wind? Are you inside, outside? Is it long, short, shaved? Because I'm actually feeling on this, like, shaving your head can feel so freeing and beautiful. It's like your hair is energy, and it's like getting off dead weight for some people and just creating that freshness. And our hair grows back slowly, but it's allowing in newness. It's light. That newness feels, the newness feels light. It's actually not so daunting. Like, it doesn't have to be such hard work. Like, it could be easy. We just make it our mind. The fear. I don't like to say we make it hard for ourselves, because we fucking don't. No one would go, I'm going to make this really hard for me. And if you are, go, am I fearing something? Am I feeling not enough? Am I feeling I need more? Because needing more is lack. Okay, I'm understanding that. Why do I not feel enough? Let me dig deeper. Let me savor this emotion. Let me see if I can create stillness. And if I can't create stillness, you just go with the first thing that comes up. If you sit down to meditate and you can only sit with yourself for 30 seconds because something is there, that's because there is so much inside of you to be witnessed. It is not because you can't meditate. Yes. So when that thing comes up and you're like, oh my God, here I am. I just tried to meditate and all I feel is stress. It's like, yeah, that's what wants to be witnessed. I remember during COVID, I would go to meditate and I'm like, I can't even meditate right now because every time I close my eyes and breathe in, I just feel like I want to crawl out of my own skin and I feel petrified and yes, because I was feeling everything around me. And COVID was petrifying for the information that I was consuming about it, the people that I was knowing that were losing people, losing loved ones. And that fear was literal danger. So when I went into my body and I felt petrified and I felt the, people were dying. And I think I even played around with like, maybe this isn't real. And I know now that was cognitive dissonance going, I don't want to feel petrified, so I might choose to not believe this. But there was like no denying it. So it's like, COVID was a major slowdown too. I mean, it was the beginning of I feel like this big boat is just like turning. Like, so whatever COVID was like for you, that period, that COVID era, let's just call it the COVID era. That was like a really substantial time for you. By substantial meaning like you went into the depths of something, and it could have been like, it was genuinely different for people. Some people went into the depths of their lightness. They were like, I'm shedding all the stress. I'm shedding the traffic and the lines and the waiting and all the things and all the obligations. Like, I can just be. I wanted to say that, fucking be. This is so peaceful. This is such a gift. I can hear my own desires finally. I don't have to give to everyone else. That was there because I touched that too. And then there was, wow, not being able to get 6 feet from someone I love feels really weird. Not being able to see people's faces, not being able to read their love language and expression. Like, we were shutting down expressions. I had a really hard time with that. I had a really hard time with that. And everything was so divided, and it felt like we needed to choose a side. And that's where really that is out of fear. Choosing a side, you don't have to choose a side. You can choose you. That's choosing a side. Choose your side, babe. Choose you. Because it's a spectrum. All of your perspectives don't have to like be this one cohesive, perfect thing. You're allowed to believe in this and then believe that and believe over here and believe that. And people could be like, those are conflicting ideas. Who gives a shit? It's you. Be a walking conflict, because that's what humans are. We're a big old walking conflict. We are polarity, and we came here to master polarity. So slow down. It's okay if you feel pain. We are going to get through these moments together, okay? God never leaves you alone. I love you so much. I won't leave you alone. I'm sending you love. I'm sending you light. Be fluid. Okay, again, more permission to adorn your temple. You're collaborating. Okay, these are all the same cards from last time, which means that this message is complete. I didn't rush myself, and this is an hour and 21 minutes, and I don't even care. Which is such an amazing feeling. So embrace that amazement. Embrace being in your golden era. Be sovereign. Deliver your sword of truth. And cut through the bullshit. I love you. I'm so excited for you. I'll see you soon.